achieveradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/achieveradio.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie, and today we are going to discuss all things angels. That includes angel message readings, as well as readings on love, career, pets, crossing over, whatever you want. But we're going to have a lesson today. I'm calling it a lesson. That sounds like I'm being the teacher. For me, this is about when you start to notice numbers that I call the angel numbers. And what messages are those numbers trying to tell you? Also, if you're someone that is kind of more about colors than the frequency of numbers, what do those colors mean, and why are you seeing them all the time? Now, please understand, for every person, an angel is something different. I am not into Harlequin romance, Victoria's Secret angels that are all beautiful and all number 10, stunning. I think that angels can be somebody that's a jokester, that is, that person that is very plain but jovial. They can be that energy that is with you, that is protecting you, and on an excursion to another city or on a trip to a job. Each angel has its own purpose in your life, and I do believe that you do not need to name your angels. It is my belief they are of such high energetic frequency that naming them is really all about how comfortable you feel doing that. Some people will call me and say, could you please tell me what is the name of my angel? And I will always tell them, that would be like me naming your firstborn child or your pet. Your angels are your guides and your light through the pathway of earth. They're not mine, but I'm going to help you today to understand some of the angel signs and some of the spirit guide communication that you may be receiving. There is a theory that when we pass, that part of the journey for those who maybe did not live such a great lifestyle, could have done better, maybe should have been a little more ethical, is that they will have to come back to earth and work on saving or guiding others and earn their wings. And in a way, I believe some of those may be the very colors and symbols and numbers that we feel. There is no reason that your guardian angel has to be a celebrity. There are spirit and angelic celebrity star angels, and I will discuss who they are and what color they may be representing to you that you're seeing all over. So let's start out with this. Angel signs, including angel numbers, tend to show up at those important times of transformation in your life. And often that transformation will be spiritual, but sometimes it will be material. For example, signs from your spirit guides and angels can crop up when you need to change your career track or move on from a dysfunctional relationship. The experience of feeling angels or hearing angels is different for everyone. But the angelic symbols that we are going to discuss today are the most common forms of communication. Okay? And so some of those are going to be numbers. Maybe you start to see combinations of numbers, or maybe everywhere you look, you see a number that makes you really wonder what's going on. They can come just on road signs. They can suddenly be on the receipt that you just bought your groceries on. It's just a number or a sequence of numbers that shows up over and over and over. And what we'll do today is kind of discuss what that's about. One of the things I wanted to make sure that we all understood is that interpreting signs from the universe may seem confusing at first, and please know that, like dream symbology or dream interpretation, we can logically and maybe even receive a reading on it, and your reader or your friend or yourself will try to decipher what that symbology means. But ultimately, it's your own intuition, your own gut feeling that is going to be the determining factor about where you stand and how you feel about a number. Now, Bill, I'm not seeing anything on my little screen here, so maybe you could help me with that. I have a black screen. There I go. And so let's start with, what if you are seeing the number 1 all the time? What does that mean? Okay? And so I do want to say there are different ways that spirits communicate with us. For instance, they can come, and these are the fun things. You know, I tend to look at this as the fun stuff that is about angel communication. But it would be rainbows. What if you see rainbows? What if you see feathers? You're thinking about someone that has died, or you're thinking about a life situation in your life. People sometimes find feathers, and those can be like signs from your angels. Some people insist they find coins. I have a friend who is absolutely, and it drives me crazy, but she looks at coins that she finds on the ground as being very significant to her, and sometimes she'll find coins on her dresser that she did not place there. She's very anal, so she knows she did not place them there, and she believes that her angels are speaking to her through coins. Some, it's the patterns in clouds, which I have fun with, because I see patterns in clouds, kind of like reading tea leaves in a cup. When you read tea leaves in a cup, you use the loose leaf and the pattern or the design of the leaves that they form on the bottom of the cup are kind of like the symbols we're discussing today. They can be in the pattern of a number or the pattern of a heart or anything that seems to be what was on the mind of the person that was drinking the tea. Well, in the same way, patterns in clouds often are like dreams. They kind of reflect back what we are thinking about and come as kind of a symbol or sign from our angels. Animals, particular animals like dragonflies and butterflies, have great significance when it comes to evolution, transformation. However, sometimes a spirit guide communication sign um, will appear and affirm that we are already doing the right thing. So the common at times of decisions when you need a nudge from the universe in order to make you more confident in your choices is about the symbols and the signs that you are seeing, whether it's feathers, whether it's coins, whether it's numbers. And if you aren't going through a transformation or a period of change in your life, maybe you're actually very spiritually fulfilled. Well, maybe that's your angel saying, you're doing great. And in that case, you're just open to the opportunities that the universe wants to send your way. So, have you ever noticed that you keep seeing the same numbers? Perhaps you repeatedly encounter the number 7. Or maybe you've spotted a sequence of numbers that continually shows up. If so, don't dismiss its meaning. Number sequences can convey important messages and often called angel numbers. And these commonly repeated numbers and patterns have a documented meaning. Now, I always say how similar this is to tarot cards because when you line tarot cards up, they change their meaning by what they're next to. In the same way, numerology or angel numbers change their message by the numbers that they are next to. The same way. So when you understand this, you can use the signs to help and explore how you see these signs to make the important decisions in your life. For example, you might be asking, what are my angel numbers? Or what is my spiritual number? And wondering what it says about you that you seem to be linked to. The first step in learning how to interpret angel numbers is to know where to look for them, right? As you already know, they may crop up on clocks, doors, letters, car license plates, or in your dreams. But they can also appear on receipts and may sometimes be a number of objects rather than a printed object. For example, you may notice that you keep getting 3 flyers in your mailbox every day, or you get 3 calls every single day from certain friends and a sequence of numbers. So interpreting signs from the universe may seem confusing at first. However, there is a logic to it. And once you begin to read about the various meanings, you'll get it down. So, what do those numbers mean? Well, the angel number 1, what if you're seeing the number 1 all the time? When you see 1, you need to work on trusting yourself and in believing in your ability to succeed. You'll frequently see the angel number 1 when it's the right time in your life to begin a new venture or shift to a new career or stay positive and forge ahead bravely. What about the number 2? When sending signs, angels present you with the number 2 to tell you that this is a time for self-reflection. Pause. Reconsider what you want from life and carefully set your goals. 2 also indicates that you may be under pressure from other people, but that you should trust your own view above that of others. The number 3. Repeatedly seeing the number 3 tells you that you're holding back something that needs to be let out. Sometimes this might be a truth you should tell someone. Maybe it's your honest life situation to a friend or loved one. Or in other cases, it might be a project you are hesitating to take action on. In either case, the number 3 signals the time to get started. Angel number 4. The number 4 reminds you that it's vital to take care of the foundational things in your life. So you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to have a child. Maybe you want to get a dog or whatever. Make sure that the foundational things in your life are in order before you take on huge goals, and especially if you're seeing the number 4 a lot. Are you practicing enough self-care and nurturing your body? Are you making enough time to sustain relationships with your kids or your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? If you keep seeing angel signs related to 4, chances are that one of these things needs tending from you right now. Angel number 5. Seeing the number 5 is all about the need for change. Therefore, you may find it's common to see this number when you're stuck in a rut or feeling stagnant. There are many reasons why we struggle to do new things. However, if you encounter 5s over and over, it's your angels kicking you in the butt that it's indicating an upcoming chance for positive change in your life. So go for it. What if you're seeing angel number 6? 6 relates to balance, especially that tricky issue of work-life balance. Are you keeping your work and your life balanced? So give some thought to how you're spending your time. You'll likely find that some things are being ignored at the expense of others, and that you could do with adjusting the investment you place in different things in your life. Are you seeing the angel number 7? Well, if you are, your guides are trying to tell you to make time for a quiet rest. If you have a chance to take a trip away or spend time enjoying your own company, do it. You'll feel restored, and your boosted vibration will align you with your life purpose. So if you're seeing the number 7, time for a vacation, you're working too hard, you're not keeping your life in balance. What if you're seeing angel number 8? The meaning of number 8 is tied to themes of challenge and difficulty. When you see 8, the angels are reassuring you that you can tackle this period of hardship and that you'll likely even benefit from doing it. So try to see the silver lining in what you're experiencing and know better times are coming around when you see the number 8. Angel number 9. 9 is a number and sign of compassion. This can apply for yourself and others. Are you judging yourself too harshly? Or are you failing to extend an appropriate amount of empathy to the loved ones in your life? Kindness is life-changing, wherever it is directed. Repeatedly seeing the number 9 tells you that you need to put more compassion out there urgently in your life. Angel number 0. The final entry on the angel number list, 0, represents infinity. It will sometimes be seen when you're being most authentic or living a deeply spiritual life. Essentially, you can take it as a sign that you should keep on doing what you're doing, and that more joy and success is going to follow in your life when you see 0. Angel number sequences. Now this is kind of where I say it's like tarot cards, because sometimes when you see angel numbers together, you would take each of those meanings that I just gave you and you would add them like an equation. So now that you have a sense of angel number meanings, let's consider what some powerful angel number sequences mean. Sometimes the meaning that angel numbers show you in sequences is complicated, and merely considering the reason for those numbers, there are 10 significant reasons and 10 significant sequences that we're going to discuss today. Okay? Now, what if you're seeing 1 1, 1 1 1, and 1 1 1 1? 2 1s, 3 1s, and 4 1s. What does 11 mean in angel numbers, and how does it differ from angel numbers 1 1 1 1 and 1 1? In short, the number of ones that you see typically corresponds with the strength of the message you're receiving. People often see 2 1s or 3 1s or 4 1s when there is an opportunity to share their gifts creatively or through teaching. They're life teachers. You are tapered into the truth of the universe right now, and your gut feelings are extremely reliable when you see all these ones lined up. So look for ways that you and others can benefit from this. What if you're seeing angel numbers 2 2, 2 2 2, and 2 2 2 2? Angel numbers like this are all connected to turning your ideas into reality. So if you're seeing a series of 2s, it means take those plans and make them happen. If you've been putting together a plan or sorting through various possibilities for a while, this angelic number sequence of 2s gives you a useful indication that now, do it now, it's time to make those dreams concrete. Multiple 2s remind you not to give up on something you've wanted really bad. And they're telling you that your patience and persistence is about to be rewarded by profound positive change. What about angel numbers 3 3, 3 3 3, and 4 3s? In terms of meaning, number 333, And all those other threes are linking up to themes about sharing and communication. And these number sequences sometimes serve as a warning that you need to open up to a particular person in your life. So if you're seeing lots of threes, that means that it's time for you to open up to somebody pretty important in your life. However, at other times, this type of angelic sequence of threes has more to do with spreading an important message throughout society. To figure out what seeing all these threes means for you, take a critical look at how you tend to share with others. Then ask yourself, who could benefit the most from increased communication? In addition, think about what might be holding you back. So you're seeing number 44, 444, and 4 fours in a row, sequences of fours together. Angel signs and symbols that involve angel numbers of 4 are indications that you are being tested by the universe. You are being called to show and use your strength and to persist regardless of roadblocks that may come up. Often angels send you multiple 4s to let you know that challenges are coming into your life, and this may be a sign that you need to prepare and think about what you need to do to get yourself together. If you're seeing a series of 5s together, then you need to change your circumstances and move on from upsetting negative things in your past. For example, you may see a series of 5s when you're in a toxic relationship or friendship, and when you've grown to dislike your current job, or when it's time to consider moving to a new place. How about seeing all kinds of 6s together? If you're seeing a series of 6s, you are in need of a self-esteem kick in the butt. It's likely that you've recently been knocked down in some way by somebody you love, or that you have a general tendency to beat yourself up. Your series of 6s are telling you, love yourself. It's time to give yourself a shot of self-esteem. Right now, your needs are number 1. Angel sequences involving repetitious 6 are communications telling you that you are beautiful and that your value does not depend on what you can do for other people. It's time for them to show you what they can do for you while you put up boundaries. Think about how you use more of your time and energy to invest in the things you truly love. Are you seeing a series of 7s together? Challenge yourself to examine what you really want. Often we simply assume that certain parts of our lives are still right for us when really they're way passé and we've outgrown them. If you're getting a lot of 7s, this is what it's telling you. Your life needs to have a reboot. Perhaps the status quo is holding you back from a happier, more exciting way of living. Sequences of multiple 7s are particularly related to life choices that promote or inhibit spiritual growth. Your angels are telling you you are currently vibrating on a low frequency. So ask yourself, what in your life needs a boost that can raise your vibration? And then make a plan. Make it happen. Angel numbers 8. when you have a series of 8s together, stop. Consider how much responsibility you're dealing with. It's likely that you're shouldering everybody's burdens, or that you're stretched too thin and your best work in any area of your life is being hindered by less because you're doing more for others. To address this issue, think about absolutely all of your commitments. Then ask yourself, which one can be put aside? Which really does not serve you? Which can be delegated and which can be delayed, right? And to address this issue, think about absolutely all of your commitments. And you know what? Less is more. Okay, we're getting down there. Angel numbers 0000000000. Last in the series of symmetrical sequences, angel numbers that have all those zeros are powerful and important because these numbers are likely to appear when something in your life has come full circle, or maybe when someone else's life has come full cycle. It's bringing to you a point at which a new beginning is likely and beneficial. And no, we haven't forgotten about 9. Angel numbers 9 are all sequences that relate to an ending. So that kind of goes with a new beginning. When you see a series of 9s, this is sometimes a loss. But at other times, simply represents moving into a new phase of your life and gently reminding you to let go of the past. So that's what I have. I'm going to check very quickly into the radio room. And we have Lena from Tennessee. We have Russell from Ohio. We have Jan and Bob from North Carolina. You betcha, everybody, you can have those things. And we have Anita from Michigan. And I want to thank you all very, very much for joining us today. So let's start with the first person in the room is Anita. And Miss Anita, how are you today?
Hi, Anne-Marie. I'm okay. I'm not going to give any questions. I'm just going to ask if you can tell me what comes up.
Sounds good to me, baby girl. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a life path reading. And a life path reading is kind of like Tarot I Ching. It represents your signature for what your life is going to be like in 2020 and what you need to do to make it better. Okay? Say your first name.
Anita.
And again.
Anita.
Thank you. And one more time.
Anita.
Thank you. You said it exactly the same 3 times. All right. So here's what comes up. This is the year of many paths for you. Now, if I look at what does that mean, and that is the number 34. And when you have the reading or the signature card of the many paths, it says all paths this year lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of loss. Consider the traveler who met 2 stone masons. And they ask one, "What are you doing?" And the mason replies, "I'm squaring out a stone." And he asks the other, "What are you doing?" Same thing. And that one says, I'm building a cathedral. So what does that say? This is the year where your attitude rocks. You determine how you look at the obstacles in your life and whether you think you're building a cathedral or you're just chipping away at rocks. The invitation is you need to take a big, bold step and leave the beaten path. Heaven and earth are conspiring on your behalf to support you in your move through 2020. Do not take too much time or you'll miss your moment, Anita. It's time to sail into the uncharted territory of your life. It says, have you outgrown your current situation? And are you losing your way in your own backyard? You are being called to step out of your comfort zone in 2020. Respond quickly while the call is still a gentle whisper. Even though the woods look thick and hard to get through, venture in, take a chance, and let Spirit guide the way. So basically, Anita, that's telling me this is the path of many, or this is the journey of many different directions for you, but your attitude and how you see each path will determine the results. Try not to look negatively on the changes that are coming in your life and understand that some really awesome things are going to happen. But if you procrastinate, you're going to lose your big chances. Don't think about things so long. Jump on it. Take a chance. This is the year, 2020. Don't procrastinate. Get out there. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Lovey. All right. We have Lena. Lena says, hello, I was thinking of moving, and I am not sure to move 2 towns away or 2 states away. Can you see what the cards say? Well, please understand, I can tell you what I see, but I can't tell you what to do because that's against the law. But I will look at, Lena, should you move 2 towns away? What would happen if you moved 2 towns away? And what comes through, Lena, says, evidently from what I'm looking at, Lena, it says by moving 2 towns away, you seem to have comfortable things around you that you can work on, that you know their outcome, which would be the most secure way for you not to take a chance that could blow it for you. If you're trying to improve what you already have, but you don't want to commit to staying in the same spot, 2 towns away would give you comfort, security, and I don't think would be a problem. So what would be the result if you moved 2 states away? And if I look at that, Lena, moving 2 states away, your reading says, in all honesty, and I'll tell you what, quite honestly, what it says, you may find that moving 2 states away, it's going to take you longer, of course, to adjust to your environment, which will mean that you'll be more insecure than you would if you moved 2 towns away. But it says that what you've been experiencing has been confusing and has been making you feel very vulnerable. So there seems to be a sense of a bonding or someone you know that would be close to you if you moved 2 towns away. And that would be reassuring. But it also says, are you moving 2 towns away to recapture your past? Or are you doing it to have a new life chapter? Change is good. And so sometimes when we move to familiar places so we don't have to deal with too much change, it can be comfortable, but it can also block our spiritual growth. But it's always up to you. I think both would be fine, but that's what I see, Lena. In 2 towns away, less time to get in comfortable in your environment, less insecurity. 2 states away may assure that you know somebody or know some people or know the area because it represents your past. But don't move there trying to bring the past back into your life. Go there embracing change. Okay, we have Russell. Russell is saying, "Hi, Anne-Marie, still a bit rough at new job, but trying to implement positive attitude. Know you and Joseph said it would be smoother." Okay, I know that it does take time. And I know Joseph especially said that this was really going to get much better for you. So if I look at June, July, August, September, Joseph's right. I see that by July you're feeling much more comfortable. August, you're going like a son of a gun. And by I would say September, you can really chill out and lay back a little bit because it's all become very, very second nature to you. So look for July to be your sweet point where your sweet spot where you have that comfort that you're looking for. Okay, we're looking at Jan. Jan says, "Hi, Anne-Marie. May I please have a reading in the general on the next month?" So, Jan, looking at what comes up on the next month for you. And when I look at that, what comes through says, keep your boundaries. I feel boundaries are going to be needed. You may find that didn't you say that you were going to have to go back from an online job? Was that you? Because it says from a peaceful environment, you are led back into something that is less comfortable to you, and that may disappoint you. But it says don't let it get you down, because the boundaries may come back in your life, and that you may find that it's very short-lived, this insecurity, this uncomfortable time of July and August, and by September, it says you may have those pleasant boundaries back. So I'm thinking you'll recapture what you were doing in the past that made you comfortable again. I guess I would say look out for July and August being not so great for you, but it gets a lot better after that. If we're looking at this month, I would say that disappointment is the predominant, because that's you coming back to a situation from your comfortable environment. And it seems like you just need to prepare yourself not to make a big deal about it. Everything's going to work out, Jan. All right, we're looking at Bob. And when I look at Bob, it says, "Hello, can I have an organic reading?" Absolutely. I will do that for you, Bob, from North Carolina. And when I look at Bob, here's what comes through. It says, it's time for you to move on from something that disappointed you, Bob. It's also time for you to be selfish. That may sound weird, but sometimes we just have to be in the mode of self-love and take time to make our needs heard and to not go backwards on that and stick to our guns. Your reading says you have an open mind and you have a lot of different dreams that you want to take action on. The past shows you surrounded by security. And the future says, watch out for creating conflict in that security, because you're looking for appreciation from people that you have bent over backwards for. If you have found that the only way you can be comfortable in your environment or in your job is to be that person that has to do more than everybody else and bend over for their expectations and demands of you, I think this is why it says that's going to be a conflict for you, Bob. So really work on being more motivated to set your boundaries, not give in, and let people know you're no longer going to be a patsy. You're going to do things your way now. And they may not like it, Bob, but tough. They will understand and in the long run respect you for it. And that's what I see. All right. So I'm going to go back to our subject matter. And our subject matter that was continuing was, what if you're the kind of person that sees colors instead of numbers? And angels that appear in color, I can remember back when 2000, what was that year? 2002, 2011, I can't remember, when the Aztecs were going to saying that a huge dramatic change was going to happen. The color white, it was driving me crazy. White was everywhere I looked. White cars, white signs, white clothing, white, 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 white. I was just focusing on the color white so much. Well, when I look at what the color white represents, it says, I'll go down here. It says white is, if the angel appearing to you is white, the angel frequency of white, it represents purity as well as the harmony of holiness, which makes sense to me because I kept saying, just because the Aztecs said that the end of the world as we know it was going to end, I believe there's all kinds of dimensions running next to each other. Who's to say that one dimension did not end, but that the angels weren't protecting us in ours? I felt as if that was happening, as if angel protection was all around. So if you're seeing angel or white, that's your angels telling you that purity and harmony is all around you. And by the way, the angel that represents white is Gabriel, who oversees new beginnings, the birth of holiness and purity in our lives. Okay, what if you're seeing the number or the color blue all the time? If you're seeing blue everywhere you go, it's just knocking your brains out because you're seeing it so much. It represents power, protection, faith, strength, and courage. And so this is a very, very beautiful energy frequency. And I would be very comfortable if you're seeing that color because you're protected. You're kind of like the gopher that the hammer keeps knocking down and it pops back up. If you are attracted and seeing blue everywhere, you're very protected. What if you see pink everywhere you go? Well, pink represents love and peace. And the Archangel Shamel oversees it, and it's the angel of peaceful relations. So that's a very good thing. Maybe you're seeing the color pink, and that would indicate that at your job or in your family or what you have coming in your life is going to be of love and peace. All right, what if we are seeing the color yellow all the time? And yellow, if you see that color all the time, it means that it's helping you to decipher wisdom in your life. In other words, it's helping you to make an important decision in your life. The angel of beautiful thoughts is Jophiel, and that is the color of change. And angel represents yellow. Yellow represents the angelic frequency that you are being presented with change, that you need to make a decision about change in your life. And if you're seeing the color red all the time, and I'm not saying that everywhere you see red, like you're having some kind of brain aneurysm. I'm saying if you're suddenly attracted to everything red, that is your guides talking to you symbolically. And a red represents service. So that means, fittingly, it is Uriel, the angel of wisdom, and oversees red angels or angels of red frequency. So it's of wisdom. So be very confident in the choices that you make. If you're seeing red, that's telling you, hey, you want that house and you're seeing a lot of red. I think that house is perfect for you, or I think that job is perfect for you. Let's say you're seeing green everywhere you go. You're just attracted to the color green for no reason. When you see green all the time, it stands for prosperity and healing. Raphael is the angel of healing, and that means that something in your life is going through a dramatic healing. What about purple? If you're attracted to everything purple, and it just comes out of the blue, and you've never really been that much into purple, well, that means that you're being offering mercy, and that means transformation. Perhaps it's time to show mercy to that neighbor who screwed you over, or time to show mercy to the person at a job that you felt was being negative to you. If you're seeing purple, it's a sign that you need to use more compassion. And Ezekiel, who is the angel of mercy, is in charge of this color. So purple, mercy. Use more mercy in forgiveness in your life. Green, you are in a healing time of your life. Maybe it's a death. Maybe it's someone that hurt you. Maybe it's a relationship that ended. Seeing a lot of green, you're going through a healing. Red, you're going through wisdom. Red means that a vibrant, wise decision is being made on a house, on a job, something predominant in your life. You're seeing red because it's the angel frequency of that away. Do it. White, you're seeing white as a sense of holiness, purity, and that the choices that are coming your way are going to be of the best, most beautiful resonance. And if you're seeing yellow, that means beautiful thoughts, and that means wisdom also. And blue, if you're seeing suddenly attracted to blue like crazy, that means power, protection, faith. Be confident in you. It's time. Bye-bye. We'll see you on the 1st of the new month.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to Achieve Holistic, Spiritual, and Self-Improvement Psychic Radio. Here's a tip. Pull back your shoulders, lift up your rib cage, and tuck in your butt. Aligning your chakras will help you to absorb a more positive state of mind